Good evening, everyone.
We are live. Okay. Good evening to one and all. A warm and heartfelt welcome. Today, under the patronage of the Embassy of India at Muscat, Oman, we from the Natural Path Heartfulness Center celebrate the 7th International Yoga Day. The Natural Path Heartfulness Center, in collaboration with the Embassy of India at Muscat, Oman, invites you for the day 3 of the online session. Firstly, I would like to thank His Excellency Ambassador Munnu Mahavar and the Indian Embassy team for supporting this live session and streaming it on YouTube. This initiative is also a prelude to the International Yoga Day and in spreading yoga awareness to people of Oman. I am Kaushik Kumran, a heartfulness practitioner for more than 4 years now. After completing my high school from the Indian School of Muscat, I am currently a sophomore at the SRM University, Chennai, India, pursuing my bachelor's in computer science engineering. I shall be your host for the event today. International Day of Yoga aims to raise awareness worldwide of the many benefits of practicing yoga. Yoga provides a way to nourish and refine our body, mind, and soul. The real purpose being to expand consciousness to its ultimate potential so that we become one with the source of all existence. Yoga is all about uniting and connecting to oneself. In the modern parlance, yoga is all about physical and mental well-being. Meditation is offered as a tool for the busy, for the people from all walks of life to address this important requirement of the current world. The Heartfulness Way is a simplified system of Raja Yoga, a practical approach for any willing seeker. It is offered free of charge globally. There are about 3 million practitioners now and over 13,000 certified trainers, volunteers who can impart the practice of heartfulness meditation to anyone who is willing. As mentioned in the first day's session, the heartfulness meditation provides the method to fine-tune our mind with the heart. And due to this, we are able to listen to the source and get the inspiration from within. It is also covered the scientific evidence of the benefits on the physical and mental well-being of individuals. On session day 2, which was held yesterday, which was on the topic rejuvenation, explaining the process to remove those impediments which color our mind and hinder the path of this connection. The effect of this practice can be felt by anyone who practices on a daily basis. Today, we have presentation on the third and vital element, a method to connect with our deep inner self and to ensure continuity even during our sleep to seek inner guidance. After all, there is a famous phrase, quote unquote, to sleep over the problem, which is commonly used to make some important decisions, which has probably been scripted from one of our ancient practices. Today, we have Mr. Surya Narayana Murthy, whom we fondly call as KSN Murthy, will be our presenter. He is a heartfulness volunteer and has been practicing heartfulness meditation for more than 17 years. He is also a certified trainer for the last 9 years. He is an IT system professional and has 25 years of industry experience in various capacities, from engineer trainee to the head of data center operations and IT procurement. Today, he shall take us through the importance and benefit of the third element of heartfulness practice. And at the end of this presentation, we would again have a practice session on meditation.
Thank you. Thank you, Kaushik, for this wonderful introduction. So thank you. Hello, namaste. Good evening. I understand that we are all coming after a heavy day's schedule, just coming from office and joining for the session. Thank you for taking your time out. So let's start for today's session. Today's session is all about connecting with the inner self. So this is the third practice element in our heartfulness meditation practices. So let's start with a video. And in this video, there is a conversation between a driver and the passenger. And there are some important learnings, we need to understand from it. And please remember the last 2 lines of that 1.5 minute video. So Kaushik, can you just?
Tommy?
Yes, come on in.
How you doing?
Good. 23rd and Broadway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go. How are you today?
Doing good. There's so much to do. So much to do. Whoa, whoa, watch out! Whoa, that was close.
What the hell? You almost hit me. Where did you learn to drive? Hey, you mad? Give me life now. No.
How are you so calm and so friendly? This guy almost ruined your car and sent us to the hospital.
Well, I'll tell you something, man. People are like garbage trucks.
Really now? How's that?
Well, they run around with garbage, and they're full of disappointment, full of frustration, full of anger. And when their garbage piles up, they need a place to dump it on. And sometimes they'll dump it on you. But you know what? You don't take it personal. You just wave, smile, you wish them well, and you move on. Don't let their garbage spread to the people at work, at home, or in the streets. You love those who treat you right, and you pray for those who don't. See, now life is 10% of what you make it. The other 90 is how you take it.
Yes. So life is about 10%, what you make it of it, and the other 90% is how you take it. Very true. See, we always come across these kind of people in our day-to-day life, in our workplace, in the home or on the road, wherever you go, people are there. They try to express themselves by means of throwing out their frustration, anger, and all these things. But how the driver has taken. So what are the key learnings for us? The number one point is he didn't took that incident as personal, and he waved it and gently smiled it. And if something is he can do for the person, he can pray for him, and then he has moved on. So important message is, if you take it, that 90% will be yours. So it will affect you internally. When you take it to your heart, it affects you internally. So the main thing is, so how not to react rather than respond, how to wave and how to smile. And the other thing is how to stay calm and composed. Is it possible for us? If the answer is yes, that's great. If the answer is no, then how we can stay calm and composed, and how we can take those, how you respond to those situations in your day-to-day life, and handle them very well. And you need to cope up these day-to-day challenges, at the same time maintain the relationships and move on. First and foremost thing is, if you carry this kind of mental garbage, what we call as the negative things, such as the jealousy, the anxiety, the irritability, the fear, and the stress and the cynicism, and all these kind of disappointments, frustration, anger, what happens is it will affect us. Once you carry them like a garbage piling up inside it, and it throws out, it stinks, isn't it? So you will be affected internally. So that creates a negative feelings inside, and you cannot stay calm and composed. And the big question comes, how do we stay calm and composed? So that means we need to have an internal mechanism of resetting ourselves to something higher, and such as a profound object. In meditation, we have learned that it is a profound object called the source, the presence of divine light within us. So it is true, it is within us. If we try to hook it to that source of divine light, I'm sure we are going to draw a lot of inspiration, some messages, all the positive attributes will be coming to us. That helps us to stay calm and composed. At the same time, you're going to handle the situations. So let us explore that and how this meditation and cleaning are going to connect for us to make this connecting to the inner self is possible. Let's try it out. Next slide, please. So we can have a small recap, especially the relaxation meditation that we have done on the session 1, and then the second session 2 is all about rejuvenate and learn to meditate. Yesterday we have done that, and now today we are talking about connecting to the inner self, and at the same time we try to once again try to learn to meditate. Once you try to learn to meditate, you try to connect to the self, to the source. Okay, so without further this thing, let us recap what we have learned in meditation. So in meditation, because the only thing what meditation is all about, thinking continuously about one thing. The one thing what we want to think about is a profound object. The profound object is nothing but the source which is there inside our heart, the divine light. So to the source, we try to think about it. We try to retain on that one particular thought, and then we dive deep into it. So in the process of meditation, can you proceed? In the process of meditation, yeah, Kaushik, you can proceed here. Make it full slide every time. Huh? In the process of meditation, we fine tune our heart with the mind. That means mind is in a chaotic condition and always running in multiple directions. So to that speed, we need to allow it to settle down. That means we need to allow to settle down on one thought effortlessly, at the same time focused on the object of meditation. That means the source of the divine light, which is present in my heart and attracting from inside. And I try to retain on that thought for around 20 to 25 minutes. And in this process, if I come across some kind of thoughts, I try to ignore them. So this way, I try to do my meditation. Yeah, next. So what I get out of this meditation, first and foremost thing is we fine tune our mind. We fine tune our mind to the heart, so that when we fine tune, once the frequency of your mind and heart matches, you start listening to your heart. Okay, so that's what you have learned. So we have addressing how to stay calm and composed by allowing the mind to settle down. Okay, the second thing is in day 2 we have learned about how these thoughts are coming. So what are these impressions, mental impressions, which are available in our heart? In the example, the driver talked about the 90% how you take it. So what is it? The 90% is resulting out of the day's work for me, which is resulting me thoughts, and that's what I am ignoring it in meditation. If you look into these two things, so how thoughts are formed, maybe a thought or an action. Every action has got equal and opposite reaction. So obviously you will have the other side of it. And sometimes you forget something, keeps on popping up throughout the day, that's how the thoughts come. And sometimes the incomplete work, what we had, suppose you're supposed to complete a job or an assignment and you didn't do it, so that will keep on hunting you in the back of the mind. So it is better to complete then and there itself, so that you'll be free from those kind of thoughts. And similarly, if you do certain kinds of things which are wrongdoings, so it will keep on haunting you, and sometimes you'll not able to sleep as well. So these are the problem areas. So what we're talking about is the impact of our actions and inactions. arguments, whatever we had in our office, all these things will form on your mind. So the best thing is, in the evening, we need to remove those impressions. The moment you remove these impressions, the emotions which are attached to the memory will be removed. So then you'll be free from it. The complexities, the impurities, the grossness, all these things, negative things, negative attributes, negative emotional attributes will be removed from our system, making it pure and simple. Right? So this is how we achieve what we achieve in meditation and cleaning. Yeah. Next slide, please. So I just want to elaborate. We all know that why the cleaning is required, because in that example I go back, all these negative attributes which are acting as a garbage kind of a thing, the mental garbage, I should say that, the jealousy, anxiety, irritability, anger, fear, and all. If these kind of negative attributes are there in your heart, is it good? That's one question we need to see that. That means imagine a jungle. The jungle is having multiple trees are going left, right, center, everywhere. There is no proper path and it is everywhere. The wanted trees are there, the unwanted things are there. All these are available everywhere. But whereas if you talk about a garden is properly organized, structured way of planting the trees, bushes, flowers, everything, much more organized. There is a neat and clean path, everything. So if I try to draw the same analogy to our mental plane, if my mind is having multiple thoughts, unfinished thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, all these kind of negative things which are coming out, I need to do something about it. I need to remove it. If you feel that in a garden, if there are some weeds are available, you need to pluck them out. Our heart is so sensitive, so fertile. I want to plant, or I want to sow such positive attributes rather than these negative things. If I have taken something inside me, it's better I need to remove those things. So that's how we need to make our heart as a garden, not as a jungle. So I need to organize my thoughts clearly so that I always remain stay and calm. So that's how that's where this cleaning process will help for us. The same second analogy, if I talk about the Ferrari, you have purchased a Ferrari car, brought directly from the showroom mission, and you, if you're trying to drive it on a mud plane, it gets stuck. Then what is the use of this having a Ferrari? If it is on a smooth road, it zooms, to several miles per hour or kilometers per hour, isn't it? We want to drive it on a highway and enjoy the drive, enjoy the power of the mission. Similarly, the mind is such a Ferrari for us, such a powerful tool which Almighty has blessed us. We can use it if you focused it. If you don't focus it, or you're stuck with all the clutter of thoughts coming out on a day, they say that around 60 to 90,000 thoughts may come on an average per an individual. If these thoughts are keep on coming out, our mind is not able to focus. So that's where again, during the meditation process, we try to learn how to focus our mind, and in the cleaning, how to remove those negative weeds. So these two techniques, the heartfulness techniques, are complementary to each other, right? And once you do this, like allowing your mind to settle down, calm and composed, if possible, to that stillness, and trying to connect to the self, which is the higher self, the source, the divinity, which is there inside us, then I'm sure you're going to have a garden. So we do more and more cleaning. The inner being is being focused. When you remove these impurities, what is the inner being which is there? The subtler being is visible, is start reflecting to your plane. Your grosser level, and this is subtler level. So when you remove these grosser levels and trying to become subtler and subtler and subtler, then these two frequencies will try to come to this one plane. So then you can start listening to your heart. You can start listening to your inner voices, inner messages, the intuitions which comes out from our heart. when you are in still condition, I'm sure you'll find an answer. Kaushik was talking about when you sleep over a problem, the solution pops out. Similarly, when once you sit for a deep meditation, when once you allow the mind to settle down, when once the single thought, you're able to connect to the self, that self which is sacred, which is pure, which is having a higher consciousness, it starts inspiring you. It gives you that creativity which is required. And I'm sure, definitely, out of my so many years of experience, I can say that you will get solutions comes out. The eureka moment is definitely be yours. So next slide, please. So I just want to compare you in a side by side so that you'll be very clear of how this process is helping us. One, you connect your heart in meditation. We do daily in the morning meditation for around 30 minutes. This is the first activity of the day. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, make a suggestion that the source of the light, which is already present there, and it is attracting your awareness and your attention. So in case if your thoughts are arising it, you're going to ignore it and try to retain on the same thought again and again. So by doing so, what is that you're achieving? It is you're regulating your mind, ignoring the unwanted thoughts. And in the process, you're going into deeper states of where that stillness and calmness, where it can prevail. And during this meditation, I am sure you feel light, you feel something sacred, some kind of contentment, satisfaction, what we call as the joy, the happiness, the bliss, whatever the terms it is, maybe, but it is a feeling which one need to experience it. I can say that inner condition, or I can say it is a meditative state. And we get a few minutes, when minutes is too far, maybe it can be seconds or minutes, depending upon person to person. So this inner state, when once you get it, is how so important for us. We're able to draw all that what is required for us. Now the big question comes, how we retain it. Like, most of my colleagues, they get a salary, during the first week. As soon as the salary comes on 31st of the month, they're very happy. On 1, 2, 3, probably 4, 5, and there ends the salary is finished. And again, the situation is back to the same square. They again look forward for the next month's salary. That means they just spend the money, for whatever the reasons it may be. But similarly, in meditation, we get such an inner state, the finer condition, the lightness, what we call as samadhi. In Ashtanga Yoga, yesterday we discussed about the Ashtanga Yoga system, Raja Yoga system. The 8th and the final step is absorption, samadhi. If you are able to achieve that in the sessions itself, and we cannot leave it just like that. You need to retain it. The more you retain, the better you are. It is something like you have the connection all the time. 24/7, 365 days. If you have that connection, which always stay connected to it, I'm sure you are actively not meditating, but you are in a meditative state. When you are in a meditative state, every moment you just close your eyes, take a minute, and there you are in. You are just got the connection back. And once you are in that state, if you try to address the day-to-day challenges, the day-to-day problems, whatever you are going to have it, I am sure you can solve everything without more effectively. And I should say that you should try it actually, rather than believing it. Simultaneously, we do a lot of activities throughout the day. A college-going student may go to college, universities. The employee goes to the work. He have a lot of challenges, but in this state of mind, if he's going to address all the situations, and even the sisters who work in the kitchen, who are there in the homemakers, they are also undergoing a lot of stress because of the routines. So, but if they are also stay connected to that inner self by means of this morning meditation and retaining the condition, they can handle anything. Believe me, you can handle anything. So it is sky is the limit, they say. So now by evening, again, whether like it or not, we try to get a few things into our heart, which is unwanted things, which we need to clean that inner space, what we call the heart space, with all these negative things. We give a suggestion. See here, in the evening, we conduct 20 to 30 minutes of time. We take it, and we sit comfortably, closing our eyes, making a firm suggestion that all the complexities, impurities are leaving, and in this place, imagine the sacred current from the higher sources flowing into your heart, and making it simple and pure. So in meditation, we get that condition, and in the evening cleaning, we become more purer and more simple. These are the two ideal conditions for us to maintain that inner connection. But what we will do in the night? So how I make it more productive? Yes, I sleep, I charge my physical body, my mental plane, but how do I maintain my connection in the night also, so that I make that connection 24/7? As they say in today's cloud computing technology, they are saying that you're available 365 days, 24/7, anytime, anywhere, anytime, any place, anything, you're connected, you're online. So we are aspiring for it. But when it comes to inside, the supreme source, which is there inside us, you always feel better connected to it, isn't it? You always crave for that higher earning, that I need to stay connected. So when I stay connected, I draw the inspirations and guidance from inside. Next slide, please. So in Heartfulness, we have another unique feature called Pranahuti. In Sanskrit, we call as Pranahuti, and in English, we call as transmission, which is a subtle energy which flows from the source to your heart. So when this transmission is flowing into your system, what happens is it will help you to regulate your mind. That means the morning meditation, with what you're doing it, with this transmission, will aid as a tool and allow you to do meditation. And in the evening, when you do for cleaning, again, the sacred current will help you to remove all the impurities. And in the process, you are getting connected to the self. It's like connection switch. This transmission is like a connection switch. When it flows, it gets connected automatically. So resulting in, when we stay connected, obviously all these positive qualities will come, and eventually it results for an inner transformation and our inner wellness. Yeah, next slide. So friends, I will again go back to the example, why I need to connect. How is it possible? Can I say just connect? Is it possible? So let me explain you with an example. Suppose you imagine you are flying. There are in a garden. Again, I go back to the garden. In a garden, there are beautiful roses. The red roses, and are there. It's a rose garden. You can say that. In this rose garden, you want to see the roses. You want to smell them, and you want to enjoy them. But suppose you are flying at a height of around 30 feet, 30,000 feet. Is it possible for you to see anything else? No way. That means your mental plane is going in some other plane, and the reality, the higher essence which is there inside your heart is somewhere in the garden of roses, you can say, garden of your heart. So your mind, you need to slow down, making it slower and slower and slower, making it absolutely still. Similarly, when you're driving in a car, you can see the garden, you can zoom it next to the garden, but you need to get down from the car, walk in the garden, go very close to your roses, touch them, feel them, enjoy the fragrance. So once you go down to those depths, then only you're able to see the fragrance. Similarly, in our heart, when the divinity is there, all the positive attributes are everywhere, isn't it? So in this beautiful garden, in that sacred beauty of inner self, when you get closer, I'm sure it will be a different, unique feeling. You need to try. Next slide, please. So that's what we do in meditation. Today we'll have an state of it. Now, going back to that part, I have talked about the meditative state of mind, which we acquire during our morning meditation, isn't it? So during that morning meditation, we acquire that meditative state of mind. And throughout the day, I try to retain it. So when once you maintain a constant state and remain in that state of peace and that balanced state of mind, you can handle anything, right? So for that, you need to hook yourself to that inner self. That means you need to have a goal to connect to the higher self, which is inside you. You need to have a goal and earning the urge for you to stay connected, because it is not so simple. You need to have that heart's desire, the willful intention, then only it's possible. It's not like that you just go to Omantel or Roredo and then subscribe yourself for 5G network with 50 Mbps speed. It's easy. Then there you got the connection and everything is Zoom. But whereas the inner connection is not that, even though it looks simple, it's not simple. Where you need to have the goal to be there. You have to have the feeling of staying connected. And once you make one step, the Supreme comes back with 100 steps, the same. So that is what we need to do that. So second thing is the impressions, which we're talking about, the cleaning. These are all distractions. These are all at a grosser level. If you remove these distractions, then only it's possible for us to go dive deep. It's an ongoing exercise. I'm sure it is, may not be, maybe possible in one day or may not be possible, but it's a process. You need to go to the process. I'm sure you will enjoy it. So unnecessarily you will get attracted to various desires, because these are all pulling in various multiple directions, forgetting the basic thing that I need to stay connected all the time. When once you stay connected all the time, I am sure rest all will fall flat. So the very crux of the matter. So daytime, fine. In the morning, always there in the conscious mind. I did my meditation in the morning, stay connected, enjoying that meditative state, carried forward throughout the day. And in the evening, I do my cleaning, removing all the impurities, becoming more and more purer and simpler. And again, I maintain it. And at the night, where I have to sleep, where I have to take my rest, my conscious mind will not be taking rest. Let us give the work to the subconscious mind. In the bedtime, we want to make use of to complete the 24/7 cycle, I need to make use of the night sleeping hours also. So how to make it those things also productive? By staying connected to the source. Yes. In the evening, you have to give a suggestion to yourself. First and foremost thing is, if we have a prayer, in fact, by saying it and meditating on the prayer, and at the same time, whatever the impressions that you have gathered, knowingly or unknowingly, you have to scan through the day's event and take a oath that you're not going to repeat it again, because there's no problem. There's no meaning that every day you do the same mistake, right? So you just take an oath to yourself that you're not going to repeat it. What happens is, this puts us into a positive track. What we call as in IT, we call as continuous improvement and continuous delivery, CI and CD. I add another term called CC, continuous connection. So you need to be in that mode, stay connected with this conscious mind. Give a suggestion that I'm meditating on the divine light which is present in my heart. Let my mind get tuned to the heart where it is attracting. With that positive suggestion, if I close my eyes and sit for 10 to 15 minutes before going to the sleep on the bed I'm talking about, so then what happens is, subconsciously your mind is meditating and meditating on the divine light which is present in your heart, and you're maintaining the connection. So this, and again in the morning when you wake up and again you do it, morning meditation, the connection is on. That's how you maintain the state of meditativeness throughout the day, 24 hours and 24/7 into 365 days. So the real advantage of maintaining this connection is, you are going to regain that inner balance or the centeredness, what we're talking about throughout the day, and always, have a very good feeling, in that state of mind. When you talk to your family members with happiness and joy, you mingle them with with purity and simplicity, with love and affection, not only to your family, around wherever you are the most lovable person, because what comes out is love, because you're always staying in connection with the source. So friends, having said that, so many things about staying connected, it's time for us to practically experience how to make my Ferrari slow down. Okay, how to go back to that garden of hearts. So by means of, we have a technique called heartfulness relaxation. It is not mandatory that every time you need to do it, but whenever you feel like doing it, you can do it. Relaxation. So this relaxation will allow you to settle down. And slowly, the last instruction in the heartfulness will talk about focusing on the divine light which is present in your heart, and you're meditating on it, and you're drawn to the source of that light. Now retain on that thought for the next 20 to 20 minutes or 25 minutes. The trainer will be there, Mr. Kumaran. He will be conducting the session. Once at the end of the session, and he says that's all, just for a moment, for a minute, take a pause, understand, take a selfie moment. I call as selfie moment. Understand your own condition. What condition I have gained? What is that inner condition which we are talking about so far? What is it I get it? Now just experience it. I'm sure you'll have a different experience. Just try it out. So, Kaushik. So all these positive elements which I'm talking about. So we'll talk about these elements once after we complete our meditation. Yeah, next. So far I said so many things, but you try on your own. Assume that you are a scientist with a scientific approach method. Just try this. And end of the meditation, which I was talking about, how long was I able to meditate? That means I'm able to retain on that particular thought which I was talking about. And then where was my mind? Where is my attention during this meditation period? Is it going here and there, or am I able to bring it back? And how did I feel to focus on the heart? When I focus on my heart, when I fine-tuning my mind to the heart, what is my experiences? Just make a mental note of it, and then we'll discuss back to it. So to conduct today's heartfulness relaxation and meditation, I invite back after the session. Now, right now, you sit comfortably, relax yourself, and enjoy, by closing your eyes, enjoy the heartfulness relaxation, and then the meditation, and then we'll be back after 25 minutes. Yeah. Brother Kumaran. So find a comfortable location, close your eyes, keep your mobiles switched off. That is a humble suggestion. And have a suggestion that the source of light is already present in your heart and it is attracting you from inside. Okay. So what I do, if I get my thoughts, treat them as uninvited guests, ignore them, and turn your attention gently towards your heart. Next. Kaushik. Yeah. Can you close your eyes? We all sit. Thank you, Kumran. Back to you, sir.
Let's play the relaxation video.
This simple relaxation method only takes a few minutes and can be done at any time of the day and anywhere. It's called heartfulness relaxation. Let's try it. Sit comfortably and close your eyes very softly and very gently. Let's begin with the toes. First, move your toes. Now feel them relax. Relax your ankles and feet. Feel energy move up from the earth, up your feet to your knees, relaxing the legs. Relax your thighs. The energy moves up your legs, relaxing them. Now deeply relax your hips, stomach, and waist. Relax your back. From the top to the bottom, the entire back is relaxed. Relax your chest and shoulders. Feel any tightness in your shoulders dissolving away. Relax your upper arms. Relax each muscle in your forearms, your hands, right up to your fingertips. Relax the neck muscles. Move your awareness up to your face. Relax the jaws, mouth, nose, eyes, earlobes, facial muscles, forehead, all the way to the top of your head. Feel how your whole body is now completely relaxed. Move your attention to your heart. Rest there for a little while. Feel immersed in the lightness you feel in your heart. Now you are ready to plunge and dive deeper within the infinite space of your heart, where the source of light is attracting your attention.
Please start meditation. That's all. You can gently open your eyes. Over to you, Brahmurthy.
Yes, friends. Kaushik, any questions are there, or we go to the next slide?
No questions as of now. Nothing is here. Next is the, okay, next slide.
Yeah. So thank you, friends. Hope you all enjoyed, this state, staying connected to the self. So for any queries are there, you can please put your queries. We will definitely answer your queries, either on WhatsApp or email. Just want to inform you, the next session is on 17th, in fact, on Thursday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. So do join us, our fourth session out of our 5 sessions, which we are hosting it on behalf of Natural Path Heartfulness Center in Oman. Yep. Fine. Kaushik, if no questions are there, we can close it. Or
Yes, there are no questions though. Okay. On behalf of the Natural Path Heartfulness Center, Oman, I would like to thank His Excellency Ambassador Munu Mahavar for supporting this initiative and his untiring effort to promote wellness and yoga activities in Oman. As we all know, wellness leads to individual peace, which is the key to world peace. The Heartfulness Center also expresses its gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haytham Al Said for his benign care towards the diverse expat communities, including the Indian community in Oman. I would like to thank you all for taking out your time to attend this workshop on a holiday and congratulate you for making it to the workshop. Lastly, I would like to thank all our volunteers who have taken great effort to make this program a success. I wish you all a great evening and a happy weekend.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I request all the viewers to try this heartfulness practice for 7 days. All these 3 elements of practices: meditation in the morning, evening cleaning, and bedtime meditation, for 7 consecutive days. And I'm sure it is going to do a world of good to you, and you'll experience it. So have a good time. So have a good meditation. Thank you all.